In the center of the Situation Room of the Martian Law and Order Department, MLOD, Major Mia Sorelli stood and studied a large, imposing screen that took up most of one wall. Its function was to give a graphical synopsis of the current incidents and their status all across Jezero City. It was a sea of blinking red and orange, like some festive display of all that was wrong in the metropolis. She shook her head and sighed. Even with the current population in Jezero down to just 95,000 after the tourists had abandoned the place, Mia and her team were still stretched to the very limits of their abilities. Never before had she witnessed such an escalation of social mayhem, not even back in New York during the blackout, and that was saying something. But these were not crimes of profit or opportunity, or some gangland feud. No, these were the crimes of the desperate, the traumatized, and the angry. Mia despaired for the human race. Here they all were, being slowly etched out of existence, one grain of sand at a time, heading for collapse, and all the people wanted to do was protest, occupy, riot, and cause as much mayhem as possible, as if this would somehow save them. It was madness, and it wasn't much better over in Syrtis. Now was the time for society to pull together and work for the greater good, for their very survival. Instead, fear and paranoia had taken over, as if some unseen malaise had infected the population. It was every man, woman, and child for themselves. At least, that was how Mia Sorelli saw it.
Things seem to be calming down a bit today.
Mia turned her head to see Lieutenant Brett Stanton standing beside her, also studying the screen.
I admire your optimism, Brett. Ever consider you might just be delusional?
No, seriously. Today is the first time in 2 weeks that we've had a decrease in new incidents. And guess what else I heard? Mia looked back at the screen. Don't tell me. We're all going to die? Brett gave an exasperated sigh.
The density of dust particles has dropped again this sol. That's 2 sols in a row. That's good news. It could mean the dust storm is finally running out of energy.
They say that all the time, Brett, but only when it goes down, which happens less than going up. Don't get your hopes up. It still means we're all going to die.
Why are you so pessimistic all the time, Mia? Don't you want this to end?
I'm not pessimistic. I'm just not delusional like you.
Suit yourself, but I, for one, have some faith in our ability to get through this.
Brett's eyes locked onto the screen again, and he went rigid.
Oh, crap.
What now? Mia scanned the display. A bright red marker flashed over a food production facility in the northwestern sector of Jezero City, about a kilometer away.
It's a code 43.
Brett pointed at a sidebar on the screen that had begun to display data on the incident. It was a technical failure. The worst kind. Loss of atmosphere.
We'd better send some people over there.
We don't have any spare resources, said Mia. Just leave it. It's a systems failure. Let the techs deal with it for now. We do nothing unless they ask. Mia could see that Brett was just itching to help, but he stayed silent. He might have been a little naive, but not so much that he didn't know the score. There was only so much the MLOD could do with the limited resources they had available. They both stood in silence for a while and watched the display. The incident began to escalate. First, a call flashed up for medical assistance. That meant people were injured, or worse, dead. Then it came. The call neither of them wanted to see. Crowd control.